give you some updates of what's been going on out here with the building. We took about a week and did maintenance all over the property. I just had to pull the plug on them working over here on this building and just catch up on maintenance. And I tell you what, we painted up on top of the tower up there high in the air, you know, any little rust or anything showing up, you know, just a good old painting. There were some places that had been skim coated on the house in the past, and they never were primed or painted. And you can tell those spots because they'll get this like black mildew to them. So sanded all those places, did a little retouching on the finish, and primed and painted all kinds of places. Everywhere we repaired stone. You know, I've gave the list before, but it was nice to get a lot of maintenance done. Just a whole punch list of little things. And then let me show you where we are over here. Finally on Saturday, at the end of the day, like I knew she would, she slid in here with the roofing for this up here, and she was trying to collect the balance from Melinda, and I said, hey, where's the trim? Where's all the gutter and trim? Oh, bringing that next week. Well, you'll get the balance when you bring all the rest of the materials. We can go ahead probably be getting the roof on though. Yep, boy it is. That's that good stuff. At least that's honest and good. So, meanwhile, we put concrete neutralizer all underneath here last week, and the guys are skim coating all this in, and man, doesn't that just look so different. All turning bright underneath here. And that's part of what we're wanting to do, is finish this up above the pool, get everything done, and then we'll be able to tear out all of this bamboo and stuff in here for the pool project's going to go on. And in the midst of doing maintenance, we also stained and put a finish on top of the bridge here. And there's that beautiful morning sunrise. I asked them if they start filling in these holes. Many of you have asked about that. So they take a real strong cement and sand mixture. And when I mean strong, it has a lot of Portland in it. I don't know if Mike's got any mixed up down there right now or not. And they'll fill that hole all the way through. I think he's got just a little bit left in a tail down there. It's a whole lot of Portland.
Use the still push.
Yeah, and he pushes out and he doesn't leave any hollow. And if the hole's chipped out around the edges, that's okay to probably hold even better. But he's going through there and filling those. And they don't have to be perfect because the skim coat's going to get the rest of it. And somebody tried to make a comment about crappy finish work on this bed, that they'll just cover it with skim coat. Now this bed right here, it got rained on. It wasn't just like some little water drip. When we were doing this, trying to finish it, it was really raining, and it was just turning the top to a soup. And finally, we had to just stop. We couldn't finish working it, and throw plywood and a tarp over it, and the plywood was full of holes itself. And that's all right, because all of this will get finished out. I don't know that I'm really going to put a lot of skim coat on this because it'll chip. But we will finish up and clean it up with a grinder. Now, a bunch of you wanting to know, is the bed just going to stay concrete like this? No, it's going to get finished out. It's going to be very nice looking. It's not just going to be like that. And others concerned about the mattress soaking up moisture and needing to breathe. And I can address that also. That's not an issue. It's not like it's just going to be solid wet mattress just soaked and mildewing on the backside. We take better care and maintenance around here than that. We flip our mattresses. We put memory foams. We flip those. It's not like it's just going to sit there day in, day out without any care ever. Mel and I, we're very tidy people in our home and inside of our rooms. Our guests know that. And the mattresses will always be getting flipped. This will get a finish on it. It doesn't actually need debris, so like some people are thinking, or old school or whatever. It's not needed. And these rooms are going to be air conditioned on top of that, which sucks all the humidity out. This concrete has got waterproofing in it, which keeps the moisture out of the concrete so it don't sweat. This floor is not going to sweat because it's not in ground contact. And it also has waterproofing. Every bit of the concrete we use is waterproofing. And if you want to check out what waterproofing will do, buy some at Sahara brand. Mix you up a little concrete pad with waterproofing and without waterproofing. Let it cure. Try to pour water through it and see how much it soaks up one versus the other. If you can keep the humidity down inside your rooms too, the house don't feel as hot and it don't get as moldy and all. And we don't have mold or any issues like that inside of our house. So it is a non-issue. Well, I came to City Hardware and I'm leaving City Hardware, and I did not get what I came for. But you look at this parking lot, even all the way out to the streets, jam-packed. It is so busy here. And it is just jammed packed in the store. It's hot in there because there's so many people, and hot weather is coming on, summer's coming on. The aisles are so crowded with people. I did not want them to even have to try to drag that staircase down and back to in the back of the store to try to get up there and get that down and all. I said, you know what? I'm just ready to get out of there. It was so humid from all the people. And I did grab some sinks that we needed, some stain that we needed, and some paint rollers. I was gonna buy electrical wire while I was in there, to start pulling it in those rooms, but I stood there waiting for help. And like I say, it's so busy I couldn't get any help, and I'm like, you know what, I don't even want to stand here and wait on it. So I just left. I just bought what I already had, the sinks there and stuff, and just rolled out. There's a local place there by me that usually has that in stock, Nuladas. Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning to another beautiful day here. Well, it's about 7 something in the morning right now, and the crew will be here in just a little bit. We're gonna get started up here on these rooms. Maybe when it's cool, we'll get part of the roof on this morning. Don't know if we'll put all of it, because they got plenty of other they've been doing, but at least when it's cool, we could probably get started on the roof and get part of it on. But let me show you a little bit of what all is going on here. So they've been going through filling all the holes, which is really easy to do. And that's been going on here everywhere inside the CRs and all. And got that progress happening. Yep. And then we'll move on here to the next room. You'll see this is we're working at here outside as well. It looks like they were stopped right up here in this room. So probably the next one, let's see, I did a few over here, not many. I picked up some of this double-sided insulation to put underneath that metal. Not only will it insulate, but it'll help against the sweating and condensation up there at the top. This will be sealed so it won't get a wind or a sun against it up there, any UV or anything. It'll be sealed in, so I'm not concerned with that. I'm not going to put it out here because it'll just get damaged out here, so we're going to start it from the wall here going back to that wall, just in that one little area there, and the rest of it will be without. So that's where we're at on that. These sheets are not lightweight. This is a 7 mil sheets, and they are really heavy, but they're long lasting. It's not that easy to find that heavy metal here always, but this girl here, wherever she's getting it at, they make it. We're gonna put some gloves on them too here. Here, I want you to put that pair on. I want you to have them on. Here's somebody had to run these up to Miller. Here, jump. Run those up to Miller. If you clamp, you gotta clamp super tight up in a hump so it's got strength. Always with the handle pointing up, not down, because it'll snag on something and pop apart when you lift. So this will always be lifting on it like this. And it always has a handle up in the air, away from anything that'll snag and pop the clamp open. So that's how you do that, and super tight. All right, well, we're gonna send it. Yeah, get up there somewhere where you can be behind them to pull it further. So you and I, you need to come up here. Go ahead and start pulling it. Leave it low like that. Go ahead. Don't push it, let it be over that handle.
In Texas.
Don't let it bend and break. Pull it, Dave, pull it. Pull it. You need to get away from that sheet is a slide. Just lift up. Just lift up. I'm gonna pull this up. No, I don't go to there. Did you just cut it to here? Okay, you gotta go down. Yeah. So.
How many inches that?
Yeah, probably just two. But first thing. First thing, give me that drill down there. First thing's going to be getting it even out there. You need to go even to the outside of the wall. Yeah, why is it bending down like that right there? Go ahead and put that one in. Go.
Like that.
All right.
Good ba? Ha? Mabuti albot mo.
You go ahead. Here. Come down that side. Your man need more.
That.
At every one of them.
Oh, ligay. Sige. Dalawa ay tatlo. Dalawa ay tatlo. Dalawa ay tatlo. Dalawa ay tatlo. Woo! Kaya kung ano mo na yun mo, gapilit na. Pila na taplay, sige ba? Nagpilot. Naigo niya yun ay. Diyan na mo marami dito. Gilang. Tol, makakain ka tol eh. Okay.
Up, up, up.
Sabaw, tok sabaw. Hindi mo na makita. Kita ang tol.
It's lap tape right there. Butyl tape.
Ang silito nga unay dia na maugot dali gyud. Wala na por biro wala po utang. Ilan pira man oro next one.
Get the in even first. Hey, this time leave a little extra, okay? Go up just a little bit. Lift back up. No. How much? You need to go down more? Okay, well, let's do it.
Kamay pa?
Yeah, it'd be all right. You got enough there? Is your lap good there? Is the lap match perfect? Pinch it with your finger and make sure it looks good. Yeah, but is it matching though? Okay. All right.
tol. Tao ko harap. Sintro ya tol? Oh.
Well, we got the first few sheets up. It's almost break time. They got a few more screws to put in, and then it will be break time. It should be our 10 o'clock in the morning break. They take a break at 10. They take a break, of course, at lunch. Then they take a break at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then it's the end of the day. So it's mid-morning, 10 o'clock break time. We got the sheets over the first room. So that's a really good start. We got the insulation in, we got the lap tape, butyl tape in between so the water don't siphon over the humps. Using those good screws from the United States, putting them in the proper way, down in the flat next to the hump, not on top of the hump as it's done wrong all over this country. Of course, you step on the sheet, you break the seal loose from the washer, and the screws exposed to the elements. The shaft of it is, so you run it down next to the hump, and it's like putting it in at a 90-degree bracket next to it. When it's next to the hump and you put it there, it's got the strength of the hump next to it, not just out in up on top of the hump, and they step on it stuff and break seal every time. So that might be what you did with some old lead nails years ago, but these are not lead nails, these are screws with a washer. And I think all they did here is adopt their method of what they did with the lead nails or the bottle caps. You know, they would take bottle caps and smash them out. Still do them. A lot of people still do. And drive nails through them. You do that on top of the hump. But not these screws. But I can't get them to change their way. But I can ask you to change yours. The screws do not belong on top of the hump. They do not belong. Look up the manufacturers of these sheets in the West that make these rib panels. It's called R panel, U panel, utility panel, all kinds of names for it. And you'll see the specs by the companies that design these sheets to begin with. The screws go in the flat next to the hump. And then up on the hump, there's a lap screw, which is also called a stitch screw, that's made to go from thin metal to thin metal and lock those laps together and pull those together. And that's a special short screw with a really small drill tip, and the threads fatten out as it goes back. Yeah, so anyway, it's my lesson on that. Taught it before, I'll teach it again. It's prepping. Ready? I think so. Yeah, blinding. Yeah. It's no big deal as long as we get work done. So they'll go back to filling those holes in and skim coating underneath and everything. It all works towards the same goal. But it's really cool to have the roof over. When they get that sheet there, these sheets here on, it'll have the first 2 rooms. So in the morning we'd be able to finish that room and probably the last room, that 4th room on the end. The gutter and the flashings and all for everything is arrived here too. But the problems never end. So we've been waiting for the gutter and the trims and all. She delivered the metal and she's trying to get paid in full. But I said I'm not gonna pay in full till the trims are here. So some random guy showed up here a few minutes ago, and the boys went down and he had all the trim and they just grabbed it all and stacked it over here to the side. I walked over to it and I said, there's a problem here. This is the wrong color. So it is like a bright red. I mean, it is a red, and ours is this dark like you see right here, which is almost like a maroon or burgundy, you know. And what they sent me is a true bright red. See, what they sent me is a pure bright red. That is not the color that's up there on our house. See? So here's all of this, and now I'm gonna have to bottle weather on it because we don't want 2 different colors here on the property. And some of this was pieces to complete, like over here on the cantina, which is a different color already on there, you know. We can't just mix it and have like a piece of bright red with a dark red. And I don't even know what to say. Man, I don't even know what to say. Yep, but we got a problem.
Why?
We'll go look at it. What color is that? Well, I'm eating my lunch right now,
Okay. Yes.
but you're gonna have to sort this out.
Yeah. Okay, I will call them.
Well, it's after lunch. We stopped on the roof up there until tomorrow morning. It's just too hot. Way too hot for the boys. So I put them back in there, filling holes in the walls with the concrete, skim coating down below, working on all that. So that's what's happening over there on the build right now. So cool. Look over there and see a roof going on it and shade on the front and all. Man, that is really some cool stuff.